So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, sponsored by Falcon Contracting and boxbets.co.uk. You're here with Joel and Jam for Joe Joyce versus Kash Ali. Let's hope this is a quick one because Jam needs his charger. So we're going for, Sam's going for Joe Joyce in 4. And he's put, come on, Joyce. Chris has put, not going past 3 rounds, in my opinion. Joyce should get it done in 5. Should be a nice comeback win. But if Joyce needs to be in a big fight next, no good putting me in with opponents like, especially Joyce's age, 100%. So we're going to go for it here. Joyce is already flicking out the jab. Joyce is in white, blue, and black shorts. Kash Ali, black and red. Kash Ali just came out with an absolute club there to try and sort him out a bit.
Catch him off a bit.
Joe Joyce knows he really needs an explosive knockout to sort of get people's eyes back on him, really, because if this goes the rounds, there's a major issue, in my opinion.
Well, Daz Metcalf, who's a professional trainer, he thinks that Kash Ali might make Joyce look a bit basic for the first few rounds.
Yeah, he knows how to mess things up and rough it up.
Yeah, he's a spoiler, yeah. But the Juggernaut needs to be getting him out of here in 3 or 4 for me. Otherwise, it's an embarrassment, you know. He's already beaten Carlos Takam, Christian Hammer, Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker. Look at the crest of a wave he's on. So you'd expect Joyce to be taking fools like this out.
But he got demolished by Zhang twice. It takes a lot to get your mentality back in the right place after those sort of
and I think that's why they picked him for this.
Rocket has said, does Liam Davies fight next?
He does.
He does,
but we're not covering that one, are we?
No.
We would have done, but my phone won't last.
Now, give us a chance to have a pee. Chris has said Joyce looks so different when he weighs in heavy. Yeah, he's quite
186 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big lump, mate.
Heaviest ever.
He's looking a bit sluggish, to be fair. But then he's never been the most agile.
Yeah, but I think he knows that the way to get rid of Kash Ali is power.
Heavy.
Clean his clock. And I think that's what he's came in to do. I don't think he wants to chase him around the ring. I think he wants to take his head off and make a statement. And I think he has to. If he doesn't,
100%. Forget it.
He's finished at the top British table, in my opinion, if he does not take this guy out within 4.
Yeah, and that's no offence to Kash Ali, but like we were saying before, it's levels. It's levels.
Kash Ali's a slick operator, but not at this level, not Joe Joyce level. Joe Joyce, who was meant to go for world honours.
All I hope is he's had a good meal today. That's all I will say. I hope he's had a good meal today.
Oh, someone's about to get slapped in it.
Well, there you go. First round over. Kash Ali actually threw some big overhands there. But at the same time, Joe Joyce just sticking behind the jab. It was quite a messy first round, really, to be perfectly honest. But like we said, this is what Kash Ali's going to do. He's going to mess you about. He's going to pull you about. He's going to make it ugly.
It's a spoiler.
But that's how it is, mate. That's how it is. We're going to go into the second round shortly. What?
10-9 Joyce for me, brother.
Yeah, there wasn't really
10-9.
Only because the only thing that Kash Ali did was throw overhands, and it didn't really do anything. Sam is with us. Joe Joyce 1-0.
Big up Sammy. Big up Mr. Welch.
Chris checking each other out. Joyce looked cautious, but Joyce round for me. I think he will be, because at the end of the day, this is where Kash Ali's going to be at his deadliest, is the first couple of rounds, because the engine's there. The engine dies very quickly, so he's going to be a problem in those first 2-3 rounds. Yeah.
Completely agree with that assessment, Mr. Green. 100%.
Thank you very much.
The Juggernaut, no problem. I think Mr. Juggernaut is going to get flying here and look to take Kash Ali out in this round. This is the round I predicted 2 or 3. So I think he's going to go hell for leather here, go for broke, and take this man's head off. If he's got out about him still. Depends whether he's gun shy from being sparked twice by Big Gilet, Big Bang Jang. So we'll have to see. 2 minutes 15 to go in round number 2.
Is it going to rewire your brain to say, well, actually, I can't be as risky as I was before?
Yeah. Well, look at what happened to AJ after he lost to Ruiz. And then again,
situation. Kash Ali's gone down. Yeah, they haven't given that as a knockdown because that was exactly the same as the knockdown in the previous fight.
It was, yeah. He just took a knee after getting given. Proclaimed as a
while we're
said no knockdown.
Chris has said Ali is coming to survive, in my opinion. Don't care what his fanboys say.
Kash Ali's fanboys, I'm not sure there's many of them.
Yeah, I think he lost a few after the David Price fight.
I'd say so. With a big bite on the chest, was it?
Yeah, it was horrendous.
It's Mike Tyson, Vander Holyfield style.
There's some good shots going in by Joyce here, but he is very tentative. He's not rushing it, but you've got to think he's been out the ring as well. He's going to want to come back, take his time, get a few rounds, put things into place that he's probably been working on. But as you say, it's that psychological side.
He's not putting that tip in the punches, Joel, is he, that he used to put? Do you remember Joyce, before Zhang,
used to jab you, and you used to move back about 2 foot.
Yeah. He'd like almost knock you out the ring with a jab and then follow up with some massive haymakers. He doesn't seem to be looking for that. He just seems to be just popping it out, which will still be powerful punches because he's a big lad. But he's not putting that snap in the punches. He's not really, really cracking him with it.
Maybe it will go Kash Ali for an absolute haymaker there.
Got caught with the left hand coming in though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Good body shot there from Joyce. Really hurt him. Kash Ali hugs up. Yeah, he's claiming back of the headshot. That's when you know someone's hurt. And they start claiming back of the head when it wasn't.
They're trying to get a bit of space, aren't they?
The referee looking in like he's ready to stop this already. He was having the right good look.
Ali there to be finished off, says Chris. Get a few rounds, but needs stoppage, says Chris as well. And SWS Boxing, our boy Sam, he's got it 2-0. So, that's where we're sitting at the moment.
Name is Samuel.
To be fair, I think it is what it is. Just while we got some time, head over to SWS Boxing, hit the subscribe button over there. Our little Sam, he's doing some great work, some fantastic interviews coming out, especially some of the small hall fighters. He's really got it covered and he's doing some great work over there. So big shout out to Sam. He comes on the channel occasionally. We'd like to get him on a little bit more soon. So hopefully we'll sort it out.
He's busy for the likes of us, Joel. He's too busy for the likes of us. He's young Sammy.
He don't need us anymore, mate. He don't need us. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, guys, if you're joining us for the first time. And join in with the comments. Say hello. Give us a prediction. Whatever you want to give. And let's see how this one goes. We're going for round 3, and Joyce is getting stuck in straight away. As Sam says, come on, Joyce. This is the round, really. Joyce will win every round, but he needs to get him out, says Chris. Right with you there, mate. Joyce cannot go 10 rounds with Kash Ali. I don't care what anyone says.
Can't go 5, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to get the rounds in, which would be foolish because you can always get clipped at this weight. You know what I mean?
Because even Joe Joyce's engine can't be there fully, with the weight and the time off.
Especially 283, 283 or 286, weren't he, on the weight scale? So
massive.
He's a huge lump. Just hope he gets this job done in style so he can be back at that top British table.
Yeah,
where he deserves to be, because Zhang is a specimen, isn't he? And he just had his...
Blimey, there's no shame in it at all, in the slightest.
We'll get there, you know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, Zhang beat Parker the other day. A lot of people disagree with me, but...
Chris has said, I gave AJ criticism for going past 6 rounds against Hellenius. Yeah, but look at the knockout that came. If this goes past 6 rounds and it just gets like tail thrown in or something, you almost think, has he really got it in him anymore?
He just looks so lethargic. He looks so lethargic, like so sluggish and slow. Joyce does.
He's very robotic.
Yeah, I still think he's going to get the
Kash Ali just for a hell of a right hand, but Joyce, as we know, he seems to do.
Oh, Joyce just took one there right on the snaps.
Yeah, it was a great shot, wasn't it?
It really was overhand right, like Riddick Bowe. Shame he didn't have the Riddick Bowe power.
Yeah, this is it, mate.
If Kash Ali had power, mate, he'd be a decent operator, but he's not got the power, and that's why he's not. And that's why Joyce should be taking care of fools like this. No offence to Kash Ali, of course, you know what I mean?
Well, this is it, mate.
But Joe Joyce has got to be taking care of people like this if he wants to be back at that British table with the likes of the Joshuas and the Furies.
Well, he wants to be back at the world table, doesn't he? And
he's beaten some of the best already, hasn't he, in Dubois and Parker?
Yeah, but I think we've got a different Parker now. And I think we've got 100%. A different Dubois now as well, in my opinion.
That Usyk, even though it was a loss, gave him the confidence knowing that he could put him down for as long as he did.
Yeah, I think we've got two different fighters there.
He broke Usyk's heart in that fight. And for me, it's a legitimate punch. I know a lot of people disagree, but for me, it was a legitimate punch. I still stand by that. I think Daniel Dubois should have been unified world champion. He'd have lost it straight away because AJ would have sparked him, but still.
Well, ended around there. Sam has turned around and said 3-0. Yeah, we can't disagree. It is what it is. I would want Joyce to weigh in between slim and heavy, not one or the other, which he's done both, to be fair.
I'd like him against Fabio Wardlow when he beats Clark. That'd be good.
Yeah, do you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Joe Joyce versus Daniel Dubois again. I think it could be a lot closer.
Or Joe Parker again. But I think Parker's got bigger sights now.
I think he's sitting there, and he's also got the Zhang. He's got the Zhang rematch, hasn't he? He's got Zhang rematch next because it's there was a rematch clause, wasn't there, with Parker Zhang? Like Chris has said, I agree. Zhang beat Parker, but on Usyk it was a low blow. But that's me and Jams agree on most things, but do disagree. Yeah, fair shout, mate. I think it's one of those.
Brother, that's boxing for you. It's all swings and roundabouts, isn't it? If some butts were coconuts, we'll all have a Merry Christmas.
Plenty of bloody roundabouts, mate. Round 4 here. For me, this is the last round, really.
This is where he needs to take.
Joe's got to get it done, and he's really starting to land those bigger shots. As I was just saying, Kash Ali, not throwing anything back here, so he needs to show something. Otherwise, the ref will take it.
It's like you said earlier, Joel. He just looks so robotic, doesn't he? Like he's so stiff and just uncomfortably. Just looks so stiff and like. I tell you,
Kash Ali though, he's landing those overhand rights. They are going through.
This is embarrassing for Joyce, in my opinion. This is an embarrassment for Joe Joyce.
He's still using his face as a guard.
He's not learnt from Zhilei Zhang sparking him twice.
No. And the second time, I couldn't believe it, to be fair.
I really thought he was coming back with a vengeance.
So did I.
He walked the walk and then he got knocked the hell out.
He owned him. He absolutely owned him.
He did. But then Parker showed how to get up twice from Zhilei Zhang's big bangs. So
this is it, mate.
That's what makes it all swings and roundabouts, isn't it? You know, Joyce beats Parker. Parker then does that with Zhang. You know, it's just madness, isn't it, really? That's how you can never tell who's going to beat who in a boxing match. It's not just like football. It's not 11v11. It's 1v1. And on that day, any man can do anything against anyone.
This is it.
And that's the beauty of the sport. It's why I love this sport more than anything.
Especially heavyweights, mate. We're literally a minute to go in round 4. Joe Joyce was just throwing a few combinations together there, but Kash Ali just walks his way to another corner.
Let's be honest, surviving, isn't he? He's just surviving. He's not doing anything to try and win. He's just surviving the fight.
You get the odd sort of overhand right, but nothing other than that. You get probably 3 bombs in a round, and then he just sticks behind the jab. You know, he's there for his payday.
I think for Kash Ali, I think just surviving is a win. So I think his plan is to just survive.
But he's landing that jab. He's landing.
He
This is the
is.
thing, he's
He
landing.
is. But Joyce is dominating the rounds.
Yeah.
I just think to me, Kash Ali is just trying to get through, and that'll be his victory. I don't think he's got any real intentions to win this fight.
If he goes to points with Joe Joyce, that's win-win for Kash Ali. Because people are going to turn around and go, he's robust. We'll use him against the youngster. We'll use him this. He keeps the career going.
He'll become a gatekeeper. He'll become a gatekeeper of the British talent, the British heavyweight talent. Oh, give me Kash Ali, give Joyce a good run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll get Saudi payday.
Well, for me,
another 10-9 for Joyce for me.
Let me know in the comments how you're seeing this one, guys. We've just gone 4 rounds of Joe Joyce versus Kash Ali. And
271-4 when he fought Parker. That's right. That's pretty much where he should be, in my opinion, around 270 to 276. But
needs to be below or around that. Yeah. Right. Jason Oliver has put any links. Unfortunately, we haven't, Jason, but it's on TNT Sports. Check it out on there. I know there's probably live watch-alongs, but stick with us. We'll try and guide you through it as best as we can, but we can't obviously show the fight due to copyright. But
we'll get sued hard.
I don't need scorecard, says Chris. It is what it is, mate. It's unfortunately at the moment we're looking at another snore fest. Kash Ali's not here to fight, but yeah. And Jason Oliver has said, cheers, lads. Hate the Rat Ali. Well, as I say, if you're joining us for the first time, hit the subscribe button and check out the rest of the content when we're not doing the live watch-alongs. But yeah, massive uppercut there, just sort of skinning the jaw of Joe Joyce. But Joe's, doing well. Boxing to the head, going to the body, but we are in round 5 here, which, to be fair, is 2 or 3, which is 1 or 2 more rounds than what me and Jam expected, to be honest. But
Joyce needs to take him. 1, because Kash Ali shouldn't be in the same ring as him, and 2, because my phone's going to die soon. I'm on 9%. If Joe Joyce don't get this, I'm going to hit him for a claim. Oh yeah.
Joyce needs stoppage in this round. Otherwise, I'm not impressed. Do you know what? I'm not impressed anyway.
Even if he gets a knockout in this round, I still wouldn't be impressed. But at least it'll put Kash Ali to bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He needs a knockout in this round, in my opinion. This is
the proverbial cat amongst the pigeons. Michael has said, Joyce for me. Thank you very much, Michael, for joining us. As I say, hit the subscribe button, mate. Joyce it's very lackluster, very lazy. There's no spite.
He just looks like he's not bothered, like he don't care anymore.
It's like he's turned up to get the rounds, get himself kind of back in, thinking that Kash Ali's going to give him a Saudi payday. In my opinion, there's other heavyweights. There's other heavyweights out there that deserve a Saudi payday more than Joe Joyce at the moment. And he's not giving us anything.
Plenty of them.
Chris has put, he's so gun shy, he's Joyce. And do you know what? This is what annoys me, because you look at a fight like this, but everyone gave Anthony Joshua a hell of a lot of criticism against Ngannou, but he blasted him out in round 2, which Fury didn't. Whether he trained or whatever you want to come out with. He went out there and he did the job. Now we're seeing Joe Joyce against the guy that he really should be putting out there and has the capability to put him out there.
Well, did have the capabilities. Is he still the same fighter after Zhilei Zhang sparked him out?
He's
from this performance.
Chris has said it.
No.
Perfect by Chris. Gun shy.
He looks scared.
Another round gone. Jam's getting pissed because he wants to charge his phone. He just wants Joyce to finish it.
I wanted him to, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen, brother.
If Jam slides away, I'll just keep going. But
yeah, if my phone goes off, mate, because it doesn't reach, my charger doesn't reach where my stand is. And
I won't take it personally, mate. I won't take it personally.
He's asleep on the sofa next to me, so you don't want to be seeing that. Otherwise, I can have it over here charging, but
Mate, it's
They
fine.
need to make larger bloody iPhone charger leads, don't they? That's what they need to do.
Mate, they get the ones that are full.
Bag lines, you know what I mean? Need
You
a big long one.
Get an extension lead, mate. Get an extension lead. Chris has said, I only gave AJ criticism in Franklin and Hellenius fights. Wallin and Ngannou were statements. 100%. Right with you, mate. SWS boxing 5-0. And to be fair, he's going to win every single round, Joe Joyce. But it's just
going to shoot
poor.
Oh,
yes, fine, mate. It's just poor. I think that's the thing. It's really not. Joe Joyce has not come out and impressed at all. We're in round 6 to 10, as we were saying. Joyce in the white, blue, and black shorts. Kash Ali in the black and red shorts. It's just not happening for Joe Joyce. Very slow, sluggish. Lackluster performance. Kash Ali's just in there to make him look bad and survive. Basically, that's how it is. Joe Joyce is trying to flick the jab out, try and find some space in there, but it's not happening. It's not happening at the moment, is it, Jam? It's
really not, mate. This is a very poor performance on Joe Joyce. I am embarrassed for him, to be quite honest. He's winning 5-0, but you'd expect that against Kash Ali. He should have had this guy out of there within 3, 4. And that's with the ring rust.
It's a strange one.
I went to try and find a bloody extension lead, but I can't bloody find one. That's what I nipped off for. Can't find one anywhere, man. I did have 3 of them, and they've all just vanished. I swear my dog eats this stuff.
Probably, mate. I've got teenagers for that. Chris, it's an embarrassing performance. Hit the nail on the head. Yeah, 100%, mate. Joe Joyce is landing some big shots, but Kash Ali's sort of just tucking in, making himself as small as he can. He's making the target small to hit.
He is an awkward character. That's the one thing I can say in Joyce's defence is Kash Ali can be awkward.
He knows how to survive.
Daz Medcalf said this, like I said. He said he'll make him look shit, and this is exactly what he's done. So the guy knows his stuff. He's actually trained with the lad, you know what I mean? So he said Kash Ali will make this idiot look an idiot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he has done exactly that.
Well, we're coming up 40 seconds left of round 6. It's just, yeah. You know, Joe Joyce is winning around comfortably, but yeah, he can't be happy with this.
It's terrible, in truth. It's absolutely diabolical, in truth.
I genuinely thought we were going to get a with him 3.
I did. I've said it all week. Yeah.
Joyce next opponent is Chisora level. That's it on this performance. Do you know what though? The thing is, Chisora's got more spite.
Chisora doing on this performance. Chisora takes him out on this performance. Chisora
was some massive overhands. Dell.
Chisora still goes to war, doesn't he? Even at 42.
And he don't give a crap either. You could hit him and you make him angry. That's the difference. With Kash Ali, you hit him and he just goes, right, that's the only one you're going to land.
And then he's
just going to go into that mode. So just in the dressing room of Liam Davies. He is dressed, everyone. Just want to let you know that. Yeah, we're just waiting on the next one. But to be fair, Sam's just going to keep giving us the updates anyway. It's 6-0.
Sure is. It sure is.
Oh, Jam, I wouldn't even bother writing it down, mate. I think it's one of those, isn't it?
I know, but got to keep abreast of the situation just to be safe.
Got to stay professional.
The judges will give it Kash Ali, mate, by 5 after that last one.
Do you know what? I'd give it to Kash Ali if he goes all 10 rounds.
Yeah, just chuck him something, definitely.
Just turn around and go, do you know what? You lasted with a guy that actually blasted out loads of people and broke eye sockets and all the rest of it, and you're still in there.
Has your feed gone off?
No, Joe Joyce is still going for it here.
Mine's just turned off.
Oh, he tried a massive run and he swung round in a circle. Joe Joyce is really trying to lay it on him here, and Kash Ali's just having a chat with the ref while having a cuddle with Joe Joyce. So,
there we go.
Yeah.
Mine just turned itself off for some bloody reason.
Don't worry, mate. You're all right.
Got it back
I'll keep you in the loop. Joyce looks embarrassed. I think he is.
100%, mate.
Kash Ali, as we say, he'll just tuck up, give you a cuddle, have a chat with a referee, give you a little nibble, and then he moves out again. Do you know what I mean? He's doing what he's got to do. That's it at the end of the day. Joyce is really he's trying to push it to try and get something out of it now. And at the end of the day, it's not happening. Joyce has just been, sadly, really disappointing. We're halfway through round 7 now, which we never thought we'd say.
Definitely not.
I didn't think anyone. Because even you were saying about what was it, Daz Metcalf, that he's saying, he can make it look messy, but he's still expecting Joyce to win by stoppage, and there's nothing in there.
Definitely not.
Joyce is trying to land some big shots now.
He looks a spent force. He looks like he's going in slow motion almost, Joe Joyce. He really does, like he's a robot just going in slow-mo. It's embarrassing to watch. From the fighter he was before the Zhang fights to this Joe Joyce, the juggernaut.
He's starting to land some big stuff. The ref is kind of standing there.
He's got to change his nickname, in my opinion.
He's giving it a look, because at the end of the day, he's thinking, well, if Ali's not going to throw anything back, and he is trying to spoil it, and he is trying to be a bit of a pain, they'll just stop it, because they'll think, well, he's just taking unnecessary, punishment and just walking away from it, to the next corner. So the ref will be keeping an eye, but we've got 10 seconds left around 7. It's just been
another 10-9, Joyce, but it's just a bag of spanners, this, mate.
It's absolute shocking, isn't it?
Waste of a fight.
Absolutely shocking.
I don't know how much longer my phone's going to last either, but this is terrible.
Well, I can see your phone dying before Kash Ali, mate.
Yeah, it looks like it, definitely.
Chris Welsh has said, pretty sure odds were big on points win for Joyce too. I would have thought so, mate. And Chris, as we all expected, KO. Clark would have a chance of beating this Joyce. Oh, see, I disagree with that.
What, Fraser Clark?
Yeah. In my opinion,
I don't rate Fraser Clark.
I think there's a massive hype train on Fraser Clark, and I think we're going to find that out against Fabio Wardley. I think Fabio takes him out. I wouldn't mind seeing Fabio versus Joe Joyce. I think that would be a great fight. And let's see how good the chin is if you put Johnny Fisher in against Joe Joyce, because he won't let him rest about. He'd be in there.
But we've seen Zhang spark him clean, didn't we? So we know his chin's folded up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So here we are, round 8 of 10.
I can't believe we even got to this stage. It's
mad, mate. It's absolutely mental. As I say, if you're joining us now, we are in round 8 of 10 for Joe Joyce versus Kash Ali. Hit the subscribe button. You're with Joel and Jam. Wardley stops Clark in 6. But I'm brutal saying Clark has chance versus Joyce if that's that bad. I get that, mate. I get that.
Got to say, Wardley, though, he's from the streets, man. He was a bare knuckle fighter and whatnot before he became a boxer. He was like from the rawhide.
Yeah, he did the white collar as well, didn't he? He did all the white collar stuff.
Raw fighter. He wasn't just a boxer. Like Fraser Clark came through the usual route, towards the Olympics and whatnot.
And do you know what? Hats off to him for the Olympics. Incredible display. Incredible.
Definitely. But Fabio's a brawler. He's a banger. He's a real fighter. And I think
his boxing has really evolved. I think it's been fantastic. Who's winning? Joe Joyce is winning every round because Kash Ali is basically tucking up survival mode. It is what it is. Wardley ready for European and top 15, in my opinion. And I think we'll see that after Clark.
I think he takes Clark out in 6, to be quite honest with you. I think he takes him out in 6.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to it.
I think Clark gets found out for real. I think he gets really found out.
Hopefully, I'm going to that one. Hopefully.
I was at his fight on the Ricky Hatton undercard, and against Barrera and Tasha Jonas and the Casey Benjamin Dalton Smith. I was at that one, and Fraser Clark came out, and he wasn't special at all. Yeah, he got the win, but he was fighting a bum. And even the crowd there in Manchester at the AO were just like booing him and that. None of them were impressed. He won, but they just booed him and they were not happy.
40 seconds to go here. Joe Joyce is throwing shots, but Kash Ali, as I say, he's just tucking up, high guard. He's coming forward to sort of smother, getting into a clinch, and then sort of backing off back into the corner.
He's in survival mode, isn't he?
Yeah, it's all about backup. As I say, if he goes 10 rounds with Joe Joyce, it's win-win for Kash Ali. It's more work. So, as I say here, Joe Joyce has got Kash Ali on the ropes at the moment, but Kash Ali actually just sort of pivots away and throws a big bomb of his own, and that's the end of that round. Unbelievable. Shame we're not seeing Dakers versus Adelaide on this card. Probably see it later in the year. 100%, mate. As you can see, I'm in my son's bedroom. He's gone out. And the rest of the family are asleep. So here I am in here, pushed out the way. This is how it works. Come on, Joyce, says Sam. And like you were saying, 8-0 for him at the moment. So I was harsh saying I needed sleeping tablets for Char versus Pulev. I think you need them for this one, mate. Not going to lie. So here we are. We're going into round 9 of Joe Joyce versus Kash Ali. If you're joining us for the first time, hit the subscribe button. Check out the rest of the content. Kash Ali just puts his head down. The ref has a word and says, come on, keep yourself in the right place here. Let's stick to what we're doing. Joe Joyce with a combination there, but Kash Ali, high guard again, sticking out the jab, just trying to keep Joe Joyce at bay. His big shots coming in again. He's got to give us something. Surely he's got to get the stoppage in this. Kash Ali spoils, gets into the clinch again. The ref splits him up. Kash doing what he's doing. Joe Joyce is missing a lot in this fight at the moment. Some really big shots going in. Glad Davies on next. He really excites me. Both will get knocked down. It's going to be one of those. There's some shots going in by Joe Joyce, but as I say, Kash Ali just gets out of the way again. Definitely getting the rounds in for Joe Joyce here. Kash Ali just doing what he does, which is survival mode. God, Kash Ali, I think he just got his legs slipped going into one of the corners there and went right under the ropes. He wasn't happy about that. And he seems to have really hurt that leg a bit. Joe Joyce is now coming in. He's landing some big shots now. He's got Kash on the ropes, but Kash is doing his thing, staying out of the way, dodging and weaving. Goes back into another clinch again. That's how it is at the moment. .50 seconds to go of round 9. If you're joining us for the first time, hit that subscribe button and check out the rest of the content. And check out the rest of the content when we're not doing the lives. Just tying up and leaning on the ropes is Kash Ali. It's just how it is at the moment. It's that survival mode. He's throwing some shots. Joyce throwing combinations. But Kash Ali, as I say, just tucking up, holding the guard. Just trying to keep himself out of trouble here. The 10-second left to go. Nearly at the end of the round now. And there it is. So Kash Ali makes it into round 10. Absolutely mental. So there we have it. Who would have guessed that we'd be entering round 10 for Joyce versus Kash Ali? Absolutely mental, Jam.
Yeah, all right, matey. Sorry about that, mate. My phone died. I've managed to...
No problem, mate. I thought it had.
Get it onto charge and get it back onto a little side where I can see it. But I'm going to be looking that way because I'm going to be watching the TV.
That's fine, mate. It's fine. It's mental, isn't it? Round 10.
I can't believe it's got here, mate, to be quite honest with you. I really cannot believe it's got here.
If he sees this out, like I say, if he sees this out, that's a massive shock.
It's a win. Kash Ali already, isn't it?
Basically. Imagine if they give Kash Ali a round. This could be really mad, couldn't it?
I don't see how they give him a round, though, because he's done absolutely bugger all, has he? Let's be honest. But we're into round 10 now.
I know, mate. I know.
I just was not expecting this.
No, not at all, mate. So here we are, round 10. Kash Ali, as I say, high guard, tucking up, making things really difficult.
He does. He's an awkward little bugger.
And do you know what? To be fair to him, that's it. That's what he has done. But Joyce has not impressed me at all.
No, he's terrible. He's terrible.
Kash Ali's just done what he's been able to do.
Spoiled. And it's been a spoiler.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you're telling me that this is meant to be a world fringe level fighter,
not in a million years.
Well, people weren't they, at one point? Let's be honest.
He was huge. He was the juggernaut, mate.
He was knocking on the door of a Fury fight at one point.
He beat Joe Parker. He beat Daniel Dubois. He beat Carlos Takam. He beat some real actors. But he's just not what we thought he was. And he got found out. Not everyone can come back like AJ did. You know what I mean?
I think it's like seeing Wilder. He got it punched out of him out of Fury. And he's a different man. I hope I'm wrong with Joyce.
Yeah.
But
it was about Wilder. Then I say I don't.
For me, that'd be a snore fest now watching something like Joyce versus Wilder. I would love to have seen it before, but not now.
It would have been one of the biggest fights in history at the time, before the Zhang and before the Fury. It would have been a massive fight, wouldn't it?
Now, you know.
It'd be a joke now. It'd be like two kids tickling each other. You know what I mean? I'd sooner watch paint dry on my wall, mate. I'd go back to plastering. You know what I
mean? We've got just under a minute to go of Joyce versus Kash Ali in round 10.
Who fought with 6?
Yeah, the bookies are going to be going, oh, shit. The people that put the money on points have just done us over. We'll shut tomorrow. So, yeah.
But for all your bets needs, boxbets.co.uk is the place to go.
100%, mate.
But
they'll help you out with all your odds. They'll do the full works. Go over there and, give them a look. Boxbets.co.uk, the home of boxing betting, 18 plus. Gamble responsibly.
They do give great odds as well. We've been checking them out. They give some really good odds, especially on the boxing.
Yeah.
Some really good odds.
Oh, big right hand there by Kash Ali right at the end.
Kash Ali's going. Imagine
Kash Ali's gone.
Oh, he's got him in the last minute of the round, the last seconds of the round. Oh, this is overshot.
That is gutting.
He laid down like he was taking a nap.
He deserved to see the bell.
10 seconds to go. The ref waved it off. They've done that just for Joyce, haven't they?
Right. Let's have a look at this. I'm not writing Joyce off completely because AJ got criticism against Franklin, and now we've seen where AJ is, but it's different. Joyce way older than AJ, and Joyce world title shot is done 100%. Even after, don't get me wrong, he's just got a knockdown in the last 10 seconds of round 10, but I'm not being horrible. He's just got he's just stopped Kash Ali in round 10 of 10.
Imagine all them people now with their bloody points bets. I bet they're devastated now.
That's not a world level fighter.
No, barely British level, barely English level. After that, I don't know why he's celebrating. I'd be ashamed. I'd walk out the ring.
I think he's British level at best.
I don't even think he's decent enough for that. I think there's plenty in Britain who knock him spark. I really do. I used to be a big fan of the Juggernaut, but now he's a
very. Let's dissect it quickly. Flat-footed. Well, let's do the positives before we smash him to bits. He's won. He's won after a comeback. That's the positive
against a very limited opponent.
Yeah, he's got a win on the record, regardless of who the opponent is. We see it against multiple people that pick journeyman, whoever, whatever.
Yeah.
He's got a win on a comeback. So congratulations, Joe Joyce. He's got a stoppage out of it, whether it'll be round 1 or round 10. He's got a stoppage. You know, these are things we've got to look at, but I think that's being generous. When we look at the negatives, when I first saw Joe Joyce versus Kash Ali, same as you, Jam, we both looked at it and we said, Joe Joyce all day long knocks him out early.
2 or 3.
We didn't get that. We didn't see the snap. We didn't see the aggression that we normally see from Joe Joyce. We see a very lackluster,
limited,
unsure Joe Joyce.
He just looked a limited lump, to be fair. He looked a limited lump with no real boxing skill, no real pedigree. He looked like someone who's just staggered out of the pub after 20 pints and just getting into a scrap outside.
Yeah.
Rough and tumble, throwing haymakers missing, getting caught with silly shots he shouldn't be taking.
I've seen better ones in Cultures to Town, mate. And that's,
trust me, mate. Yeah, believe me. You know, go to Nottingham on a Friday night, mate. You see a lot better fights than that. Just ask Carl and Andy. They'll tell you.
That's it, mate. That's it. Like Chris has said, confidence gone, gun shy, a hamster looking for its food. Fantastic. Exactly. I love it. So on that note, congratulations to Joe Joyce. He can't be happy with that, but
I know I'm not.
He's done the job at the end of the day. That's all we can say.
In front of you, I suppose, even if it is shambolic and running away.
This is it at the end of the day. You get a win. A win's a win, like we've always said about other people. So Joe Joyce moves to 18 fights, 16 wins, 15 knockouts. And that's against Kash Ali's record, which is absolutely mental, which is 24 fights now, 21 wins, 12 knockouts. So for me, Kash Ali still comes out of that with credit, even though he got knocked out. Yeah, he got stopped at the end, still comes out of it with credit, more than he did when he bit David Price.
He's got more out of this than Joe Joyce.
Yeah, he'll now get picked to be the next guy with a fringe level fighters coming through. So
definitely, or the next guy who gets knocked out, he'll be there to give him a soft pillow fight win.
It's win-win for both fighters. Joe Joyce gets a win. Kash Ali pretty much gets a win out of it for getting to round 10. So both guys come out of it safe. That's all that we care about at the end. So let us know in the comments what your thoughts are on this one. Give us your predictions for other fights. And do you know what? Hit the subscribe button. Check out the rest of the content at Boxing Media Hub. And
we'll see for the main event. Nathan Heaney against Brad Falls.
We will see you back for that one. So until then, Jam, we'll give you a chance to charge your phone. I'll speak to you anyway, mate. Until then, have some of this.